Coming up on Daytime.
Hey, Linz, what do you think of my hat?
Oh, I like it. It's very cute. Do you like mine?
I love it.
Yeah, hats are back, right, guys?
These and more styles are coming up on Daytime.
If you've been scouring store windows for fall fashions, you've probably seen that hats are back. And Andrea Jarvis, Miss Andrea over here, she is the author of Hats Are Back for Style and Health, and she's going to show us several different styles and ways to flaunt our headgear. Thanks for being here.
Well, great to be here. Hats are exciting and fun, and that's what my book's all about.
You know, I've always loved wearing hats. I mean, for sun protection, of course, but also because it hides a lot of flaws.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a whole chapter devoted to that.
All right, tell us why you decided to write this book.
Well, hats have been part of our culture in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and then they dropped off. And it's time for them to make a comeback. And as you can see, they're coming back on the runways.
Oh, yeah.
And people are starting to wear them. Movie stars, everyone's starting to wear them. But hats are not only fun, but now we really need them for protection for our skin, which wasn't so much of an emphasis a long time ago. So now they're needed, and once you start wearing them, you see how much fun they are.
And you've always worn hats. You have an extensive collection of hats. How many hats are we talking about?
Over 300, and I'm still collecting and buying, much to the chagrin of my husband, because I'm always buying hats.
So there's the shoe people, and then there are hat people, and then there's shoe and hat people.
Oh, hats are fun.
Are you still wearing all those hats?
Oh, yes, I've over 300 of them.
Really?
Yes, and it's just a decision each day, which should I wear? So basically, I build my wardrobe around my hats.
Okay, so that's one tip that you can give people who aren't quite sure on how to incorporate hats into their wardrobe. What else would you tell them to do if they're just getting started wearing hats?
Well, the book will talk a lot about the different tips of what to wear with what kind of hats.
But if you could just give our audience just a couple of tips right now, what would you say?
For dressing?
Yeah, for dressing. With hats.
I would say wear what's appropriate for the day. Even if you're in jeans, a fancy hat, not super fancy like a derby hat, but some of these that we're going to show today would be perfect for jeans or casual outfits. So you really have to kind of see not only what looks good on you, what feels good, what kind of mood you're in. The hat can actually set the style, the pace for the day for you.
Very true, and actually we saw some pictures from your book of different people wearing hats. But now let's talk about some of the hats you have here and how to actually wear them. Let's start with wool hats. Depending on the environment you live in, wool might be absolutely appropriate. If you're in a warmer climate, you can still wear them, though. You just have to wear them a specific way.
Correct, yes. And of course, in the warmer weather, we wear straws. And usually around the first day of fall, it's good to switch to some of the wool hats like that I've brought. Now, I usually buy the hats, strip them down, and then decorate them to my own taste. And that's what some of the chapters in Hats Are Back talk about, how you can personalize them, and that's the great thing. Make them your own. You can take a basic hat, say something like this. You add some feathers, some pins, a little netting, which you can buy anywhere. You glue them on, and I talk about in my chapters in the book how to glue them, where to glue them on the hats.
Sure.
So that works out well, and it's different styles. You can go for a wider brim. Of course, a lot about the book is about protecting your skin from the sun and damage. You know, you don't want to get wrinkles, you want to hide imperfections. A wider brim versus the one I just showed you will give you a little protection, but even a small brim like the one we looked at will give you protection from the sun.
It's so important for kids to wear hats too, and kids to be protected from the sun. There are fun ways that you can decorate children's hats as well. Just put on some, you know, different pins and whatnot, feathers.
And there's a whole chapter in there about children and decorating hats. These are just little ladybugs. They were actually little tacks that I cut the edges off and glued them on. And children can have fun in this. I even mentioned in the book they can create a hat party.
That sounds like fun.
And bring their hats and decorate them and have a lot of fun decorating them.
Andrea Jarvis, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, again, the book is called Hats Are Back, and you can pick it up where books are sold. Now, still ahead, we talk to the stars of the new primetime show, Suburgatory. Stay with us.